I actually moved down to West Texas at 18 years old with 3 of my buddies. We all had jobs within the first month of us being down here. My father's worked in the oil fields for about 14 years. We moved down here with him. A lot of people will tell you, oh, you got to have connections. And now you're probably hearing, oh, I have a dad in here. And you're like, oh, he had connections. Absolutely not. We all worked for different companies outside of what my dad worked for. A lot of them were through Indeed is where we landed our gigs. So I was 18 years old. I had about $700 to my name, a 2018, I believe, Corolla. I packed up 3 of my buddies. We came down here and we all had gigs within the first month. Now you may be asking, well, how do you make 100 grand fresh out of high school with none of these other requirements? Well, because you get a lot of overtime. Overtime is built into an oilfields job schedule. 9 times out of 10, you're working 12-hour days. So if you do that for a regular oilfield schedule, which is a 14-14 gig where you work 2 weeks and then you have 2 weeks off, you're only working half the month. So doing that, only making $20 an hour, which is pretty low for an oilfield job, but it's a great starting out point. You actually make $4,240 that month pre-tax. So if you live in Texas and you're working out here, that's a 24% federal income rate based on what you're making. So you bring home $3,000 for 2 weeks of work. And you have 2 weeks off to spend it or do whatever. That is a great gig for somebody who's still living with their parents or just getting started in life. That's awesome.